The things I struggle with, OCD, anxiety, and like comorbid depression, it's been probably a 15-year road for me. So as I went through life and responsibilities increased and the exposure to life increased, accountability, things like that, my OCD, my anxiety started to increase like 10 or 15-fold. At the same time, the medicines that I was prescribed early on, started to work less and less. I truly did feel kind of at the end of the rope, a sense of helplessness, a frustration with a lot of the side effects that occur with the medications that I was using. The idea of a medicine enhancing the way that my brain works in terms of regrowing, neural pathways, seemed to be a breath of fresh air. The decision to call was probably the only decision that I felt like I had at that time. It was affecting my daily life in such a way that, something needed to happen, and it needed to happen fast. Dr. Frederick is wonderful. He, makes you feel at home in discussing some very tough topics. Right off the bat, you feel like you're talking to your longtime therapist in a sense. And you've just met him, which is an amazing thing. He's very understanding of what you're going through, and also incredibly knowledgeable about the services he provides here. The team here is absolutely great. Everything from front office to the nursing staff to Dr. Frederick, everyone is great. When you do get treatment at Alchemy, you get a family in a sense. The best way that I could describe the experience is it's almost like a quick separation from reality and allowing you to like envelop yourself into your subconscious to achieve a multitude of things, to achieve the root causes as to why you're feeling the way that you're feeling instead of just treating the symptoms. It was a spiritual experience that I had where, it was the first time that I felt ever present. I wasn't worried about what was in front of me or behind me, but I was there, right there in the moment, and able to explore some deep-rooted stuff within myself and have a completely unbiased take on it, and an unbiased journey through my own subconscious to discover, how it is that I got to where I am and how I'm going to get over this and move forward in a positive light. The first infusion, I left feeling, in an instant mood uplift. I knew that I had found something that, quickly gave me an ultimate sense of hope. I remember in my first session almost like, hearing an overarching voice in my experience that was just reiterating how I'm going to be okay. My depression was almost non-existent. My OCD was probably down 80%, 75%. I completely abandoned most of the rituals that I was performing. The constant river of minutia in my head that would never stop, the intrusive thoughts, and obsession thinking had almost lapsed completely. It's almost like ketamine just kind of went in and like said, shh, to these crazy thoughts that were happening and that, OCD likes to prey on. So for me, the ability to have the experience and then also have the medicinal relief of the way that ketamine felt like it was, in effect, calming the anxious engine in my brain and slowing it down enough that I could say, okay, I can work with this. And from there, I started, working with Paul here at Alchemy, the psychotherapist, and also my other providers, which I think is important as you're going through the process, to build upon that. It establishes an amazing foundation, rather than like a cure to start anew. With ketamine, I wanted to get out, I wanted to get outside, I wanted to work out, I wanted to hang out with my friends, I wanted to hang out with my girlfriend. And all of those things kind of rushed back in. It was almost like I invited my life back into myself. It's always been there waiting for me. I've just kind of been standing at arm's length from it for a little bit. You know, if you're in a very tough place and you need something to kind of turn it all around and a glimmering sense of hope to hold on to, then, you know, alchemy can provide that for you.